What if I told you the story of a man whose fiery fight for justice changed forever after a single journey? Malcolm X's pilgrimage to Mecca didn't just transform him, it redefined the very meaning of unity and equality. But here's the twist. This journey led him to question everything he once believed about race, religion, and identity. How did this inner conflict unfold, and how did he emerge stronger? This is the untold story of Malcolm X and the Hajj that redefined his life. Malcolm X, born Malcolm Little, endured unimaginable hardship. His father was murdered in an act of racial violence. His family was torn apart by systemic oppression. Growing up in segregated America, as a leader in the Nation of Islam, Malcolm's voice became a powerful force for Black empowerment. For years, Malcolm's message was rooted in separation, the belief that only by distancing themselves from white America could Black people achieve equality. Yet behind the speeches and headlines was a man searching for a universal truth, a justice that transcended the boundaries of race and geography. But here lies the controversy. How could he reconcile his loyalty to the nation? In 1964, Malcolm embarked on the Hajj, a sacred pilgrimage to Mecca that every Muslim who is able must undertake. For Malcolm, this journey was more than a religious obligation. It was a quest for answers. Could faith heal the deep wounds of hatred and injustice he had carried for so long? With his heart filled with anticipation and doubt, he set out on a journey that would forever change his soul. When Malcolm arrived in Mecca, he was overwhelmed by a sight that defied everything he had known about human division. Millions of pilgrims from every race and nationality praying side by side. The air was thick with the sounds of prayers in dozens of languages, the scent of incense, and the mesmerizing hum of unity. In the sacred space of Mecca, Malcolm felt an unparalleled sense of belonging. The weight of race and division lifted from his shoulders. He later wrote, "For the first time in my life, I felt like a complete human being." This moment was a revelation. Islam's teachings offered a path to the equality and unity he had fought for his entire life. Hajj was not just a spiritual awakening for Malcolm, it was a transformative realization. He witnessed firsthand the power of faith to dissolve barriers and unite people under a shared purpose. Malcolm's heart softened as he embraced the beauty of racial harmony in action. Through Hajj, Malcolm found clarity. The fight for justice was not about separation, but unity. His experiences in Mecca filled him with a renewed sense of purpose. He saw Islam as a model for the world, a blueprint for achieving the peace and equality he had sought for so long. Could his voice still be as powerful, standing alone? When Malcolm returned to America, he was a changed man. No longer did he call for division. Instead, he spoke of unity, compassion, and understanding. He believed that true justice could only be achieved when humanity embraced the principle of seeing one another as equals. However, this shift created a storm of controversy. Even his closest allies turned their backs on him. Malcolm began to share the lessons of Hajj. He spoke of justice as a universal cause, emphasizing that racism was not just an American problem, it was a human problem. He publicly broke ties with the Nation of Islam, declaring his independence and forming the Organization of Afro-American Unity. Despite the risks, Malcolm believed that the truth he had discovered was worth every challenge. But this transformation came at a cost. Malcolm's newfound message challenged the status quo. It earned him enemies, even among former allies. Yet Malcolm stood firm. He believed that the principles of equality and unity he discovered in Islam were worth every sacrifice. He faced threats, isolation, and even betrayal, but remained steadfast in his mission. Malcolm's journey teaches us that faith is not a passive experience. It's a call to action. Through his pilgrimage, he found the courage to change, to grow, and to fight for a vision of justice rooted in shared humanity. He showed us that faith can be the bridge that unites us. Just a year after his transformative pilgrimage, Malcolm X, born Malcolm Little, and later known as El-Hajj Malik El-Shabazz, was assassinated on February 21, 1965, while addressing a crowd in New York City. The news sent shockwaves around the globe. The man who once walked the streets of Mecca with a heart full of hope for humanity's unity was silenced, but his dream was not. His unwavering pursuit of truth, justice, and equality remains a guiding light. Even in the face of adversity, Malcolm remained steadfast. He knew that the road to justice would be long and treacherous, but he believed it was a road worth traveling. His pilgrimage to Mecca gave him the strength to keep fighting for a better world. Today, Malcolm's story continues to inspire millions. It reminds us that no matter how deeply held our beliefs, growth and transformation are always possible. His life is a powerful example of how embracing faith can guide us toward justice, equality, and unity. Through Hajj, Malcolm found a vision of what the world could be, a place where race and nationality dissolve in the face of shared faith and purpose. His journey showed us the potential of humanity to rise above its divisions and work together for a greater good. For Malcolm, faith was more than belief. It was his anchor. In Mecca, he saw the principles of Islam come alive, guiding him to a universal truth, that humanity is one family under God, united by character and deeds, not race or nationality. His journey became a testament to the Quranic principle that, indeed, the most noble of you in the sight of Allah is the most righteous of you. Quran 49:13. Malcolm's life showed us that faith has the power to heal, to unite, and to inspire change. What lessons can we learn from Malcolm's journey? Share this story to honor his legacy and inspire others to seek unity, equality, and justice. Subscribe to Muslim Directory for more untold stories of resilience, faith, and triumph.